On the night before Christmas, the world is at rest, awaiting the miracle, holy and blessed, when the dawn of a new day of love and of birth gives hope to us all for peace on the earth. As the snow lightly falling caresses the town, the light from the brightest of stars twinkles down.
And the children are sleeping so warm in their beds, they dream of toy soldiers, of dolls and of sleds.
Look to the sky, listen for sleigh bells, knowing that Santa's on his way. Fly through the night, jingle away bells, bring us the wonder of Christmas Day. On the night before Christmas, no strangers, just friends, and love in the greetings that everyone sends. So we wish you a season that's shining and bright. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. So we wish you a season that's shining and bright. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
I beg your pardon?
Who's there?
Excuse me, over here? Me? I am a mouse, and I am stirring. Oh, almost forgot the sugar.
Yes, but really, you shouldn't be. It interferes with the story.
A shame, I'm sure, but if I stop stirring, the pudding will stick to the pot. Whoa, we can't have that, can we? Did I add sugar yet?
But this tale, you see, it concerns a family waiting for Christmas, and,
That explains it then. You're in the wrong place. Oh, now I'm confused. Did I put in the sugar?
the wrong place.
Quite completely, I'm afraid. There's no family here.
There isn't.
None at all. And I'd venture to say no Christmas either. Need sugar.
No Christmas? Oh, no, that can't be right.
But it is. None for Jeffrey, anyway. He's my friend, Jeffrey is. Come along, I'll show you. Poor little fellow. Has no one except me. Did I mention he's my friend? Well, come on, pick up the pace. Haven't got all day. Come on, come on, come on. No one here truly knows his story. Except for me, of course. I know it all because I'm his friend. Did I tell you that? Ah, there he is.
But it's so late. He should be home with his family.
He has no home except this place, and no family. Except, of course, little old me. And that cat. That thing is absolutely awful, atrocious, appalling, abominable. And those are just the A words.
Come here, Paws.
What he sees in that beast escapes me entirely.
Yes, but about his family.
Oh, now I've already told you. Wait, let me tell you the whole story. It was 2 weeks ago when he first showed up. He arrived on the morning train.
There he is!
Over there! He's coming towards you!
No, to your left! No, you're on the left! That way! No, not this way! That way!
Which way?
Out of my way! You're in my way!
Do you see him, Paws?
Thought you'd outsmarted us, didn't you?
Look! A runaway carriage!
Where?
There!
No.
Yes!
No!
Come on, Paws! Jump, boy!
Where? I don't see it!
Over there, on the hill! Please, boy, now's not the time to develop a fear of heights.
What hill? I don't see a thing, son. Son. Oh, son.
Okay, Paws, it's clear.
Not so fast, boy. Did you take some of my bread?
No, sir, I didn't, sir.
Then take some. You're nothing but skin and bones.
Why, thank you, sir.
Poor little fella. Reminds me of me when I was his age. Only skinnier and shorter, different hair, much more outgoing. Actually, I was nothing like him.
In here, Paws. I think we're safe now.
You might think it, but you'd be very wrong. Just stay put for a minute. Hey, have you seen a little hooligan running this way? Hooligan about so high? Yeah. A dark-haired hooligan? Yeah. Had a hooligan cat with him? Yeah. Never seen him. Oh.
I don't know how to thank you, sir. If there's anything I can do...
There is one thing.
Yes?
You can get off my foot. Ouch.
Sorry.
Nice boy, but clumsy.
I think we...
What do you want and why?
Well, sir, I...
Thought you'd rob me, didn't you?
Oh, no, sir, I...
Thought you'd steal everything I have, eh?
Oh, no, really, I...
Don't try fast-talking your way out of it. I'm calling the constables.
Oh, no, sir, please, sir, don't do that. I wasn't going to rob you. I came to ask for a job.
You're only a child, and a skinny, dirty one at that. Get out before I do call the constable. Or Mrs. Bottoms over at the orphanage. Oh, she'd be happy to meet you.
No, sir, really. I am looking for work.
How old are you?
Oh, quite old, sir. I'm 40. I mean 30. 29? 28 and a half. Yes, I know I look younger. I take good care of myself. I exercise a lot.
I see. I run a very progressive factory here, boy. I don't pay my people with money. Weighs down your pockets and wears out the threads. I pay with... well, I pay with potatoes.
Potatoes?
As I said, I'm progressive.
Well, I like potatoes.
Not large potatoes, so don't get greedy on me. How does that sound?
Well, sir, it sounds...
Fine, you're hired. I smell cat. You smell cat? There's a definite cat smell in here. Yeah, the cat boy.
No, sir.
I dislike, detest, and despise cats. And those are just the D words.
Oh, I do too, sir. Horrid animal, the cat.
Enough! Let's get you set up.
You wait outside, boy. I'll come for you later.
Come on, you have work to do.
Jeffrey was put right to work helping Clara, Elmer, Ferdy, and myself. It was, of course, our busiest season. Despite Mr. Reek's unfortunate attitude, Jeffrey seemed to enjoy his work at the factory. He fit in quite easily with us. But I, for one, had a sense that something was not as it should be.
Oh, where do you live, Jeffrey?
Live? On Elm Street.
Oh, I've never heard of Elm Street.
Oh, did I say elm? I meant maple. I mean birch. I mean, we just moved there. It's a tree. I forget which.
Could it be oak?
Yes, of course. Oak. 412 Oak Street.
Up on the hill? And I suppose you live in one of them 12-bedroom mansions. Another defective one.
No, it only has 10 bedrooms.
We only got 1 bedroom. Got 10 kids, though.
If you're so rich, what are you doing in here?
Father feels I should know the value of honest work. He doesn't want me spoiled just because we're so rich.
I began to suspect that something wasn't quite right. And later that night, I found out for sure.
Can we walk you home, Jeffrey?
No, no, thank you. That's all right. Father's sending Reggie down with the carriage.
Oh, the one with red velvet seats and silk curtains and a team of 4 horses.
Ferdy, please. The seats are brown.
Oh, do you suppose I could ride in it sometime, Jeffrey?
Well, sure, Elmer. Sometime, but not now. We just had the gold trim polished.
Good night, everyone. I'll see you in the morning.
Wait for me, Ferdy.
Night.
Jeffrey had unlocked a window before he left. And then he headed up into the building. Higher and higher and higher, to the very top, where he found an abandoned room. This, not some fancy mansion, was Jeffrey's home.
What I wouldn't give to live in a house like that. Or even a smaller one. Any house, really. Isn't there a place for me where I can have a family, a cozy room, a nice warm bed where I can rest my sleepy head? Will I know a mother's touch, or am I wishing for too much? Oh, must I wait until I'm grown to have a family of my own? Sister and brother, father and mother, is there another place so bright where someone needs me, comforts and feeds me, where someone reads me to sleep at night? If I had but wishes 3, I'd use them all to wish to be where I can have someone to care, the family whose home I'll share. I know it's just outside somewhere, a family. My family.
It was about this time that Jeffrey began a little project of his own. Each night, after Mr. Reeks had closed the factory, Jeffrey would slip down from his room and gather toys that had been broken during the day. He'd take them quietly to his room, where he carefully and quietly repaired each and every one, as I helped him. Or I would have, had I not been otherwise occupied. When he fixed enough of them, he'd gather them up and made a little late-night delivery. To Mrs. Bottom's orphanage. Psst, over here.
Jeffrey!
I got you a soldier, Joe. Marches when you wind him up. Well, sorta. One leg shorter than the other and he falls over sometimes. This is for you, Mary. A bear. Marty. Sorry, ran low on stuffing. He's kinda skinny. Oh, here, Tim. A jack in the box. Well, it's just a box. I didn't have a jack.
Boy, a soldier. Just what I always wanted. A ballerina. She's beautiful. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Hold it. Don't go yet. Here. This is for Rebecca. Where is she? Rebecca. Come here. This is for you. When you wind him up, he sings. Usually. More often than not. Sometimes, anyway. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Hurry. Back in bed. Come on.
What's all this screaming and yelling in there?
Rebecca, hurry.
Who's making that noise? Speak up! It'll be easier for us both if you step forward now. What's that horrible racket? A toy, a toy, a toy! I hate toys! I'm allergic to toys. Who does this belong to? I want a name.
Oh, no.
A Reeks toy makes a happy child.
Believe me, Mrs. Bottoms, no one is more distressed by this than I. Your orphans lack the means to procure such an item. Let's face it, they're broke, so it's clear a very serious crime has been committed.
That is your problem, Mr. Reeks. My concern is that your toys are finding their way into my orphanage. It's a very dangerous thing for those children to have toys. When they have one toy, they want two, then three. Who knows where it will end? They'll come to expect such things. I can hardly allow that to happen.
Of course. I understand completely. Toys were never intended for the poor.
Then what, I'd like to know, do you propose to do about it?
The culprit must be apprehended immediately.
If not sooner, my allergies can't take it.
Oh my, oh me, oh my.
And the best way to do that, I think, would be to set a trap.
Yes, yes.
No, no.
I'm sure I will have this matter resolved in a very short while.
Oh, dear me. Oh, very dear me. I must warn Jeffrey. Jeffrey! Jeffrey! Hello there, Mr. Cat. Long time no see. How have you been? Well, I hope. Well, if you'll excuse me, there's something I really must tell Jeffrey. It's, very important, actually, so if you don't mind. Quite urgent, actually, but, brief. Won't take more than a second. Less, perhaps. Then I'll be gone.
What are you up to over there, Paws?
Jeffrey! Yoo-hoo! Down here! Could you call off this creature? Hello! Oh, this is a critical matter, I tell you. So please, for Jeffrey. Oh, come on now, cat. You're not showing much Christmas spirit, you know.
I'm going down for more toys, Paws. Hey, what have you found there? Mouse. It's a cute little mouse.
Hear that? He thinks I'm cute. You don't eat cute things, you know.
Aw, don't hurt him, Paws.
Let me out! I have to tell you something, Jeffrey!
Go on back home now, where you'll be safe. I'll be right back.
Jeffrey, no, wait, hold on, come back! Oh! Oh me, oh my. Oh me.
Just a couple more toys and I'll have everyone taken care of. Huh? Let go of me! Let me go!
Mr. Riggs! I got him! I caught him, Mr. Riggs! I knew all along you meant nothing but trouble to me.
I didn't do anything. I only...
Enough! You can tell your story to the constable. I'll be glad to be rid of you once and for... It's cats!
Come on, Paws!
Constable! Help, Constable!
There he is! Over there!
He's coming toward me!
No, to your right! You're on the right.
That way!
No, no, this way!
Which way?
Animal right!
Did we lose him, Paws? Look! A runaway carriage!
Oh, you don't expect me to fall for that again, do you?
I tried to warn him.
Here, boy. 2 loaves. A gift. It's almost Christmas Day.
Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas. There won't be anything else coming, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's all right, Jeffrey. You got something for us all. Except Rebecca. Mrs. Bottoms took the singing bird away from her, you know. Oh, Jeffrey. Oh, it's not your fault, Jeffrey. You did your best. Jeffrey? Jeffrey?
I have to go back in, Paws. One last time. I heard something. What is it, boy?
toys come alive on Christmas Eve, it's always a great surprise. When the soldiers march and the tigers leap, it's hard to believe your eyes. It's a joyous Christmas party before the toys arrive. It's a wondrous sight on a winter night when the toys all come alive.
When the toys come alive on Christmas Eve, it's such an amazing sight. All the ballerinas are spinning round, so beautiful, young and bright. And the world is softly waiting to hear old Santa sleigh. When the toys all cheer on a night so clear, on the eve of Christmas Day. Soldiers, ballerinas, little toy horses, like in a fairy tale. And perched inside a golden cage, a singing nightingale.
Tea sets, tiny tables, fluffy white bears for when little folks pretend. And pirate ships on treasure trips and castles to defend.
When the toys come alive on Christmas Eve, the train goes around the track. Up until the time that they say goodbye and jump into Santa's sack. And if you're awake and listening, you should have been asleep. When the toys all play before Christmas Day, when the snow is white and deep. It's so happy, it's exciting, it's astoundingly delighting. Oh, the joys when the toys all come alive on Christmas Eve.
Calico cats and drummers playing trum, trum, trum. Spin, 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 ballerina and dancing on a sugar plum. Tea sets, tin soldiers and little teddy bears. Tea sets, tin soldiers and little teddy bears. Calico cats and drummers playing trum, trum, trum. Spin, 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 ballerina and dancing on a sugar plum. Tea sets, tin soldiers and little teddy bears. Tea sets, tin soldiers and little teddy bears.
Wait, what?
So, the criminal returns to the scene of the crime. But you won't get away this time, so don't even try. Now come along. You shall spend your Christmas in the State Home for Wayward Boys. I wish I could say that more often. Oh! Who did that? No! What is this? You sabotaged my toys!
Come on, Paws! Here you go. Merry Christmas, Rebecca. Aw, don't worry, Paws. Things will be better in the next town. I'm sure of it. Because they couldn't be any worse.
Poor Jeffrey. How will he ever get along without me? Where will he go? He has no home but this, and no friends but me. I must do something. I definitely, decidedly, indubitably, undoubtedly must. I must help him. Oh my, I don't know where he is. How will I ever find one lone lost boy in a city like that on a night like this? Of course! The one person who knows where every child everywhere is, Santa Claus. Why didn't I think of it earlier? I'll go right to the North Pole. But, which direction would it be? Oh, yes, of course. To the north. All right, Milton, keep up the pace, my boy. Oh, just a little further and I'll have reached the end of the block. Oh, I do hope I make it in time. Oh, no, no, no! My glasses! I beg your pardon? You haven't seen my glasses, have you? I need to find them in case I run into any... Say, you aren't a cat, are you? Feels like a cat. Smells like a cat. Sounds like a cat. Maybe it's a kangaroo. No, it's a cat. Oh, I'm wrong. It's 1, 2, 3, 5 cats. Yes, well, the more the merrier. All right, if that's how it's going to be. But I must warn you, I'm an experienced fighter. Why, these hands are registered as weapons. An old self-defense technique known as lying. Oh! Such an unfortunate choice of name. Oh, very well. I give up. It's silly to keep running. I'm destined to become cat food. It was obviously meant to be. Clearly, there's only one thing left to be done. Which one of you gets to eat me? Though I am a little overweight, just a very slight bit, mind you, there's certainly enough of me for only one of you big, strapping creatures. All right, whose meal am I to be? I should be there by now. I've been walking for hours. Oh, and now I've lost my bearings. I'm not sure which is north and which isn't. If only there was someone I could ask. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
No!
Well, there's a nice way to enter a person's home, wreck the ceiling, and dump half a ton of snow on his floor. Why, if you aren't you, Milton? Have you forgotten me, boy? It's Thunkle.
Uncle Thunkle!
What brings you way out here?
Well, you see,
You look hungry, boy. Let me get you something to eat.
Well, I'd love to, but I'm in a hurry and...
Good. Won't take but a second. Have it ready before you can say... Oh, speaking of which, what were you saying? Tell me all about it, boy, because I want to hear.
Well, I was on my way to...
Yeah, well, it's because I'm a good listener, boy. That's why you ask anybody. Some people living all alone in the middle of nowhere, it makes them a little off upstairs. And they just talk.
With Uncle Thunkle, it isn't easy getting a word in edgewise or otherwise.
Well, I hope you're hungry, boy, because I made more than I can ever eat. Being all alone here, middle of nowhere, and you were saying something earlier, only you didn't. And that's your trouble, boy. Never finish a thought.
I'm trying to find...
Your father was that way, too, all the time we were growing up.
My way?
Can't remember a full sentence that fella ever spoke, and I ought to know, being his own brother as I am.
To the north?
Of course, our sister, that's your Aunt Than, she was the same way. Quiet girl, shy, you know. Hardly ever said a word.
Paul.
Almost seems it runs in the family, this not saying a lot. You know, I ought to check into that, see if it's genetic. In the North Pole, you say? Oh, I got a map. Shows the way. You can borrow it, because that means you'll bring it back. And I like company, because I'm a people person, you see. A student of the soul. Like to get inside a person's mind, see what makes them tick. Some people don't care about other people, but not me. No, sir, I care. That's what makes me who I am and not someone else, if you get my drift, which I'm sure you do.
Oh, thank you, Thankle. I mean, thank you, Thankle, or thank you, Thankle. I thinkle. Oh, this is too much.
That's what's wrong with the world, if you're asking me. People don't care about people. I care, though. I certainly do, because what's life without people?
Honestly, one would think I'd have been there and back by now. Perhaps I really should take a rest. Just a brief little break. Only until I get my second wind. What was that? Yahoo! Whoa, no! Whoa! Help! Someone help me! Get me out of here! My nose is gonna freeze off! Oh, it's cold! I say! What's the meaning of this? I have never witnessed such inept driving in all my born... It's you, Santa Claus. It's you. I really must speak with you, sir. A matter of utmost urgency.
I'm afraid there's no time now, my little friend. I have to get these toys wrapped back in my workshop. You can tell me about it when we get there.
Oh, my. Oh, it's a good thing I don't have a fear of heights. Wait a moment. Who says I don't have a fear of heights? Help! Oh, not again. Now, as I was saying, I have never seen such a sight. Much, much nicer than Mr. Reek's place, I'll give it that.
You'll have to wait over here, little fellow. I have quite a lot of work to do.
Oh, but Santa... Oh.
Hello? Excuse me? One moment? No. Dad! Help!
Wait! Hold on, somebody! Untie me! Put me down! Santa! Oh, Mr. Claus, sir? Santa Claus! Yoo-hoo! Santa! Down here?
Oh, it's you. You'll have to forgive me, but I'm rather busy. It's Christmas Eve, you know.
I know. That's why I must talk to you. It's my friend Jeffrey. He's lost me.
What's that?
I don't know where he is. He's all alone somewhere out there on Christmas Eve with absolutely no one.
He is? Well, why didn't you tell me earlier? Double time, everyone! We have a child in need! Hello, son.
Hello.
You shouldn't be out here, child. Why, I'll have nowhere to leave your presents. You should be home with your family.
I have no home, and no family either.
But, Jeffrey, you do. The whole world is your home, and everyone in it is your family. If only you'll believe it to be true.
I want it to be. It's the only thing I want.
Very well, son. You just wait here, and I'll see what I can do.
But you can't. Hello? I knew it. I was dreaming again. Had the same dream, did you? Let's go back to sleep. Pause.
Now, dear. It's only one night a year we get to go caroling.
Oh, where do we start?
Yes. Where shall we sing first?
What about Jeffrey's house?
Yes, Jeffrey's house. Wonderful idea. If only I could remember where he lives.
Oh, I know. 412 Oak Street.
Yes, that's it.
Yes, I think it's time I sought another line of work.
On the night before Christmas, the world is at rest, awaiting the miracle, holy and blessed, when the dawn of a new day of love and of birth gives hope to us all for peace on the earth. As the snow lightly falling caresses the town, the light from the brightest of stars twinkles down.
And the children are sleeping so warm in their beds.
But this is his address, and there's nothing here.
Maybe it was another tree.
Unless Jeffrey has no home. Oh, my. I should have known. We must find him. Jeffrey!
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 Jeffrey! Jeffrey!
Come on, lad, where are you?
Jeffrey, where are you?
Jeffrey!
Jeffrey?
Huh?
You shouldn't be out here in the cold, Jeffrey.
You should be home.
I have no home.
Of course you do, Jeffrey. Ours. Now come along. This is no place to be. Not on this night. It's Christmas Eve, you know.
And so it was. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring. Not even a mouse? Oh, good. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew in a flash, tore open the shutter, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself.
Yes, nice. Very nice.
A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
You!
He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying a finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night!"
Good night.
When the toys come alive on Christmas Eve, it's always a great surprise. When the soldiers march and the tigers leap, it's hard to believe your eyes. It's a joyous Christmas party before the toys arrive. It's a wondrous sight on a winter night when the toys all come alive.
When the toys come alive on Christmas Eve, it's such an amazing sight. All the ballerinas are spinning round, so beautiful, young and bright. And the world is softly waiting to hear old Santa's sleigh. When the toys all cheer on a night so clear, on the eve of Christmas Day. Soldiers, ballerinas, little toy horses, like in a fairy tale. And perched inside a golden cage, a singing nightingale.
Tea sets, tiny tables, fluffy white bears for when little folks pretend. And pirate ships on treasure trips and castles to defend.
When the toys come alive on Christmas Eve, the train goes around the track. Up until the time that they say goodbye and jump into Santa's sack. And if you're awake and listening, you should have been asleep. When the toys all play before Christmas Day, when the snow is white and